There we go. The champ's here. What's going on, my
Yo,
man?
what's going on?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Trying to. So I wanted to ask you a couple things. I guess first before we get into the aftermath, what'd you think initially when you saw the Garcia versus Haney fight? Like, what were your thoughts?
You know, good fight. Haney came out. Try to establish himself. I think he would if he'd have kept his jab out there, he wouldn't have got caught. I think, but he just, he wanted to. Seemed to me he wanted to knock him out and try to catch him with that hook. And by Garcia kept leaning over. It was kind of awkward for him, so he kind of like changed his fighting style or what he was trying to do. But
Mm,
I heard about what supposedly happened that he failed a drug test. So you know if he cheated in any way, then that's a bad look for boxing.
yeah, I mean, yeah. It's so. First, I wanted to ask. So that left hook that kept landing, right? You were a defensive specialist. What would you have done? Because he's fast, right? He's mad fast. So what would you have done in an instance like this, where if punch is coming so fast, sometimes people don't have the reflexes to kind of they don't see it coming. How do you defend against something like that?
He just should have kept his hand up. That's all it was. He just was, getting a little complacent because Garcia really wasn't doing nothing, just moving around, and he knew that he was just gonna jump in with the hook. But I think he got a little laxy daisy and let him catch him. When he caught him, he hurt him, and then it was like in his mind he always know that okay he hurting me with this hook. But if he just kept his hand up, man, and used his jab, and kept Garcia from setting. Garcia was just moving around, just trying to find time to throw that hook. If I know that's all you got is a hook to hit me with, you never gonna hit me with that hook. Okay, well,
Mm,
I'm gonna always keep that hand right there, so you gonna hit me with something else. But I gotta give it to Garcia. He did throw the right hand, so the right hand set up for the hook. So he threw the right hand in there. You know what I'm saying? And then he just came back with the hook. But I just think that Devin just got a little laxy daisy and he got caught for it. But at the same time, you know, if you cheating in any way in this game, because boxing, like I said, is not a game. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is something serious, and I feel that you should never cheat. Cheaters never win. And yeah, you won at that moment, but we come to find out if you cheating now you got a whole backlash on it. You know what I mean? So it's crazy.
mm. Well, do you do you think is it possible? Because like I'll give you an example, right? I spoke with Roy. I know Roy. You know Roy. Roy got caught one time years ago for something in his system. And he told me, he goes, "Yo," he was like, "I went to the GNC store. I used a supplement. I had no idea that something banned would be something I could just pull off the shelf. I made that mistake once. I never did it again." Do you think guys know what they're doing, or do you think instances like that are really
No,
true? Sometimes.
oh, it can happen to anybody. It definitely can happen, but at the same time, you know, you try to figure out what substances are banned, and we don't know all of them. But at the same time, once they find out what it is that he took, and if it's something to give him more strength or it's something that to enhance his power and something like that, then we know he cheated. We know what he did it for. But if, like I said, we taking supplements for just to keep your energy up or to keep you hydrated or things like that, then that shit happen. But at the same time, it's part of the sport. That's what keep the sport safe. And like I said, you know, win or lose, I think I was still, I'm a Devin Haney fan, and I think that he, he trains hard. He did what he had to do, and sometimes a loss makes you a stronger and better fighter. Nobody wants to lose. Don't get me wrong. Nobody wants to lose. Everybody wants to win every fight, but that's part of the game. It's only a few fighters out here that fought and didn't lose. So you know what I'm saying, and kudos to those fighters. But majority of us we gonna take a loss, and we just got to come back stronger for it from it.
Mm. Right, right. What'd you think about Ryan? Because you saw the fight, I assume, and Ryan, like for half of the fight, went into this weird like Victorville role and wasn't really. What was he doing?
I have no idea. He was just trying to trying to survive. He's just trying to survive, and like I said, he did what he had to do to survive, and then he landed his punch and it worked. So at that instant it worked for him that time, but it could have turned out a different way. So we never know. But like I said, long as if we find out that you cheated and you knew you was cheating, and it helped you win the fight, then that's a black eye on boxing.
That's terrible. What'd you think about all his antics? Did you think he was promoting the fight, or did you think he was kind of losing it?
What are you talking about? Before the fight?
Ryan. Yeah, before
Before
the
the
fight,
fight?
all the stuff on the social
Well,
media, all that.
whatever he do, he good at social media, so he's good at selling a persona to the people out there, and they watching them, they looking at him. So you know whatever he put out there, people perceive it to be correct. And I guess it could be a gimmick, and maybe it ain't a gimmick. I don't know. I don't know what's in his mind, but I know he's a talented kid. But I just think that we got to focus on boxing instead of all the bull crap outside of boxing. Everybody want to be this mega star with social media. Everybody want to be this and be that instead of you know, being a champion, being a fighter that you train to be. And I can understand that because the money coming with all the social media, you know what I'm saying? All the fame and all that. But lifetime fame, fame ain't always what it cracked up to be. A lot of people they living to be, they want to be famous. When they get famous, then they wish they wasn't famous because, you know, to be famous is a lot, man. People everywhere you go, people always on you. Everything you do is critiqued, and a lot of people can't handle that, and they break down. So
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's absolutely true. So the theory is that Ryan bet $2 million on himself, right? And he purposely acted crazy to lower the odds to make him a real underdog. So when he wins, he cashes out even more. That's the theory. I mean, it makes sense.
that, once again, that's a theory. That's we all don't know. Only one could tell us that is Ryan. But like I said, it turned out good for him at that moment. But now it ain't good because we found out that it's a black mark on it. So it's just part of the game, part of what you want to be remembered as. Do you want to be remembered as a fighter that cheated to win, or do you want to be remembered as a fighter that
Right.
may have lost, but he did it the right way, and he tried to be undefeated, and it happens, like I said, to the best of us, the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So it's just part of the game, man. Like I said, I don't know what Ryan did, if he cheated or not. So let me put that out there. I'm just telling you what I heard, what I read. I don't know what happened, and I'm not saying I know what happened. All I'm just saying is, we try as fighters and as top notch fighters, try to be clean. We try to, hold our sport to the higher standard so that people can respect what we do. Because, like I said, this is not a game. We don't play boxing. You don't play boxing. You play baseball. You play football. You don't play boxing.
I mean, and I don't know how much you know about this stuff, but one of the theories is that why would he take it just because he tested clean leading all up to it, and then just a couple days before the fight he started taking it? I mean, wouldn't that not benefit him? Do you know much about that stuff?
I don't know. I don't know about that stuff. But if I was to think of it, you're not taking it before because it ain't. I'm just saying if I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking that whatever, if somebody taking something to give them that extra strength, that extra power, or whatever, of course you only need it for that night of the fight. You only need it for like a day or two before the fight so it can get into your system, and now it's in your system. You don't need to take it all the way outside all before. So, you know, that theory doesn't make sense to me. If you're gonna take something for the fight, you're gonna take it right when your body need it. That 24 hours, that 48 hours,
Mm,
whatever time it need to get into your system.
mm. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Um, yeah, it's crazy because it was such an upset victory, and then suddenly now, this comes out, and I mean, did you ever fight anybody that tested positive?
uh, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna,
You don't want to say
comment on
it?
any of that. Yeah, yeah. And if they did, that's them. They got to live with it. Like I said, whatever we do in life, we always got to live with it. Whatever mistakes, whatever things you did to succeed, you know what you did, and you got to live with that. You know what I'm saying? So if someone cheating and they won by cheating, they know in their heart what they did to win. So, like, so for me, I'm a golf. I love golf. I'm not gonna cheat to win in golf. If I hit my ball and I need to move my ball to take a drop and take a stroke, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the stroke just because if I win, I want to feel I win because I played the game correctly. I didn't cheat. And if I got to cheat to win, then I don't want to win. That's in anything.
I'm with you, man. Like as a fighter, I always like I feel like us fighters are the most prideful, and like if it's not all us doing it, we don't want to do it.
Yeah,
But yet, a lot of fighters do cheat, which
of
surprised me. I
course.
learned that later on.
Because a lot of fighters, they feel that they need that to win. That's what they need to do to win. I feel like I'm a win because I want to win. I put my time and energy into it. I train hard, and my will to win is gonna be greater than your will, and we're gonna go out there and see.
Mm, mm. So, okay, yeah. So I guess, yeah, I was curious if there's anybody who you knew who like publicly got busted that you fought, not who you suspected, but I guess there was nobody, right?
I ain't saying what nobody. I just said I ain't gonna comment on it.
Oh, there might have been somebody. Okay,
It might have
'cause I
been.
don't.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't prove it, and I didn't prove it, and it's done now. So, my career was I'm grateful for my career. I'm grateful for what I became. I'm grateful where it ended. That I'm grateful for everything because, like I said, I was never that fighter that had that big promoter. I was never that fighter that everybody thought, oh, he was gonna be this, he gonna be that. I had to prove it, and then once I proved it, I held on to it. You know what I'm saying? Once I held on to it, it it just was like, okay, I got this because I earned it. Nobody gave it to me. I didn't have the media behind me. I didn't get the decision that other fighters would have got, because they're a high profile fighter or a high name fighter. I became a high name fighter because I beat the high name fighters, because I earned it. And that's what I think. I earned the people's respect. I earned the writers' respect after a while. So then when it was time for me to be a Hall of Famer, that's why I got in on first ballot, because they realized, look, all the stuff that we put up against this kid, all the time we stole decisions for him, he never quit. He kept going. And then he finally got what he wanted. He proved to everybody that he was a good fighter.
Yeah, you did it the old. Everybody remembers you did it the old-fashioned way. You had to go overseas, pay your dues overseas, and avoided by a bunch of people, and then those Mosley fights, man, that
Yeah.
slapped you right on the map.
Definitely. Like I said, I always tell everybody, I take my hat off to Shane for taking that fight. A lot of people didn't want to take the fight. A lot of people didn't want to give me that chance, but Shane wanted greatness, and Shane put himself on the line. That's why I got so much respect for Shane. People ask me, what you think? But man, I got nothing but respect for Shane Mosley, man, and everything that he do. In any way that if I can ever help Shane in anything, I'm going to do it, because he allowed the people to really see who Winky Wright was, the fighter Winky Wright. So, I appreciate that, and I got nothing but love for him.
So, do you think with the Ryan and what's his face, Haney fight, do you think that 3 pounds? Because a lot of people talk about this, and I want to know from somebody who's in the business. I personally think that 3 pounds don't mean much. Do you think that 3 pounds would make a difference in the fight that Ryan came over?
Y'all got to realize what the 3 pounds represent. See, you thinking the 3 pounds is representing 3 pounds. Okay, that's 3 pounds. 3 pounds represent I'm not as going to work as hard to get it off. 3 pounds work is I'm gonna come in whatever weight I want or however strong I am, and that's that. Man, listen, when you fight, if you want to be a champion, the champion shows not just that he can fight, but he can be dedicated to do what he need to do to make the weight. You gotta make the weight. That's why they give you a weight thing. And if what if Haney would say, you know what, I'm not fighting. Y'all gotta pay me any. I get the money because he didn't make weight. You still gotta pay him something. So, but Haney want to show that he's great. He don't care about the weight. I'm gonna go in here and fight him. So I think that every fighter need to take time and make that weight. You know what I'm saying? If that's your job and you getting paid millions to do it, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, if he's gonna make you weak, then move up to the next weight class. That ain't your weight class. If you can't make the weight, that ain't your weight class.
So if it
So,
would have been you, would you have just not taken the fight?
yep. There's a lot of things that I know now that I wouldn't have did now that I didn't do then, because I know the game. I know, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and as a fighter, we want to fight. That's what we plan. That's what we programmed to do. Fight, no matter what. I don't care who it is. Oh, he temper. Okay, fuck it, we gonna fight. But business is business. So no, I wouldn't have did it, and out there I would have got the money. Then I would have tell you, okay, we're gonna do it again. He need to train and lose the weight. If he don't lose the weight, he don't want to be the champion. Point
Mm,
blank. He don't want
mm,
to be the champion.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Okay.
like for saying, like say if I, for me, I'm gonna give you a great example. When I fought Bernard, when he headbutted me, my eye was split. They was gonna start the fight, and it could have been a draw. Just no contest, and no, I wanted to fight because that's the dog in me. That's the person that wanted to prove that I could fight no matter what. But I should have just said, you know what? No, that he cut me here, but okay, let's fix this. Come back and fight again because it changed my game plan. But I still think I did what I had to do to win. But it just changed my game plan, and it made me have to fight a whole different fight.
Right.
And because but being a fighter and not think about the business part of it, I should have just said, you know what? Because I don't want the fans to be deprived of what they paid their money to see, but at the same time, I want to give the fans what they can't see, and that's
Well,
me at my best.
that's what happened with Tim Zhu and Fundora. You saw that
Oh,
one?
100%. They ain't no way in the world that doctor didn't start the fight. What the hell? You asking? It's not you. It's not you to ask the fighter that. You see what's going on in the blood. The
Yeah.
fighter is a fighter. He gonna continue to fight. They should have stopped that fight because they know it was accidental headbutt, and just made them fight again. Because I think before that, Tim Tszyu was in control. As soon as the blood started coming out, then that's when the fight changed. Because now he's looking and he's wiping the eye. You losing that much blood, you're gonna get a little weaker. All of that, all these things play effect to the fight. But it is what it is. And I
Yeah.
like Fedor. I like him. He's a tough little kid, man. And it's just sad that the fight continued for Zoo, but for him, it was a great win.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he couldn't see at all. He kept,
Yeah.
wiping it. Is that how you were with Hopkins? You couldn't see?
Yeah, well, yeah. How can I see? Mine was right on my eyelid. His was up on his head. Mine was on my eyelid, so I got the blood coming to my eye. But I still want to fight. And that's from me. Remember, this from the second round, and I went 12. And like I said, it just things that you know now that you can, as somebody outside of it, you should have said, you know what? Let's not do this. Let's continue because I never quit. Quitters never win, and winner never quit. So but that's when it comes to our corner, and that's when it comes to the doctor to say, listen, I know that you got the heart of a 10, but you want to fight, but for us, we need to stop this fight and do it again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, so do you want to see a rematch with Haney and Garcia now, or are you just kind of?
Listen, I want to see Haney and I want to see Garcia fight. Yeah, but I just think that we gotta definitely gotta give him a rematch because now that loss is no loss. There's no contest now because
Mm,
of what happened to him. So that should be labeled as no contest because you cheated. You can't cheat and win, and he shouldn't be able to get cheated on and lose. So
right.
I
Well,
think if they want to fight again, they need to do it again. And Haney just gonna be smart with hold his damn hand up. That's all you gotta do is hold one hand up. Make that motherfucking hand stick to your chin. Now he got to knock you out through the gloves. Come on, man, it's easy.
yeah. I mean, but look, it's not as easy for everybody as you made it easy for yourself. So you got to remember that. You know, a lot of
Listen, you
people don't got the
not,
skill you had defensively.
but Haney got a lot, man. I think Haney is a skillful kid, man. Haney got great. He got a good defense. He's fast hands. It's just that sometimes, like I say, we get complacent, and then he just got complacent at the wrong time and got caught, and that's part of the game. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day, and you do it the right way. And like I say, I respect him. He lost. He didn't complain. He said he was a better man, and that's another thing I like. Look, it's so many fighters that lose and don't realize that he was the better man this time. It is what it is. And if you feel that way, say it. Don't. It's okay. You only could be one winner. It only could be one winner. It ain't nothing. Okay, he was better than me this time. Sugar Ray, all of them, they fought 2 or 3 times because you was the better man this night. But let's see, let's do it again. Let's do it again. So that's what we miss in boxing. That's what we miss, that competitiveness where I just want to prove that I'm a better fighter than you.
Yeah,
And just because you
it's
beat
it's
me one
hard.
time don't mean nothing. You okay? Everybody, look, people don't. They basketball team and baseball team they lose all the time. But if they win the championship, oh, this is the greatest team ever. This ain't no basketball team ever went undefeated and won the
Yeah,
championship.
yeah,
So they lost to people, but it's okay. But when they win, everybody remember you when you win, and
yeah,
that's what it is.
yeah. Some people just can't. It's hard to swallow, especially when it's your first loss. People can't just be like, he was better. All these things go through your head.
Yeah, he was better. He was better. At this time he was better. Now let me go back, go to the drawing board, and figure it out, and then let's do it again. Let's run it back.
Right, right. So I wanted to ask you about a couple upcoming fights. Usyk versus Fury. Who you got?
Uh, Fury just so awkward, but Usyk can fight. I just think it's gonna be an awkward fight, and we don't know who's gonna show up with Fury. If it's the Fury that fought what Ugandu ain't it? If he
Ngannou,
show up,
yeah.
yeah, he gonna lose. If that's the Fury that show up, if the one that fought what's his name Dante Wilder show up, then he gonna win. So we'll see.
You can't tell. Yeah, that's true. Um, of all that we're talking about, Ryan Garcia, Haney, that whole weight class. You got Tank, you got Teofimo. Who do you think personally is the best fighter out of all? Shakur, out of all those dudes?
Well, for me, and I'm a little biased, but I think Shakur Stevens is undeniably the most talented.
Why you say
He,
you're biased? Why are you biased?
I like. I'm friends with Shakur. I love Shakur. I think I just like the way Shorty fight. I just, he got it all. It's just, he just got to stay focused on boxing. And I figure let some of the outside of boxing play for itself and don't bring that into the game because talent wise, I really don't see him being beat. He's got his ability to box, his smart, his ability, his defense, his range, his ring generalship kid short, and he's young, and he's only gonna get stronger, and that's where a lot of people worried about his power. But let it'll come. You don't have to be that one punch knockout, but if you just keep hitting somebody upside the head over and over again, you will hurt them. So just come in and fight your game, man. Don't worry about being that knockout punch. Hey, people want to see your skill, and you got that skill, but you got to make it entertaining for people because you gotta. People just don't want to see you coming in and just box everybody lights out and nothing don't happen. They pay the money to see somebody try to beat you. But you ain't got to be stupid and let nobody hit you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep winning, and people will love it.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's the biggest criticism on Shakur is that he could sometimes be kind of lackluster, to watch, but
Hmm.
he wins.
Yeah, and wins like it ain't even close. So that's the issue. It's like who can compete with him, and then once he get in there with somebody that can compete with him, and then it's like, man, we shouldn't even pay for this fight. This ain't even a competitive fight. It ain't that the fighters ain't fighting. It's just that he's that much better. The kid is just a phenomenal.
Yeah, it's weird because up until yesterday, Ryan was possibly one of those guys. Now, one of the top, but now everything was flipped around. Now nobody knows.
I like Ryan Garcia. I never thought Ryan Garcia was one of them fighters that were like that. I think that his social media gave him a bigger uh stance in boxing than his accolades did. But he's a hell of a little fighter. I take nothing away from him, and I love the way he want to prove it, and I love the way he speaks out on everything. I take nothing away from him. I like Ryan Garcia, but as the fighter that they trying to say he is, I don't see the accomplishments yet. Yeah, he beat Devin Haney, and that was the big accomplishment. But once again, we got a black mark on that. But if it wasn't a black mark on that, he did something I thought was really good because I thought the best fight out there for Haney, and the biggest fight that would have put both of them together with skill, my skill would have been him and Shakur. I think Tank has the power to beat anybody, but once again, you got to be able to hit him. So can he hit Shakur? Maybe. Can he hit Devin? Maybe. So that would have been good fights out there. But I just think that Shakur right now, his defense, his fast hands, it's gonna be hard to beat him.
What you think about who they call the boogeyman, the dude out of Puerto Rico, Super Matias?
He got a good power shot. He tough. I seen him fight. It took him some time. He got a good little boxing style. It just take him a little second to get warmed up, but once he get warmed up, he he punishing him. But once again, gotta be able to hit him. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be able to hit him. So to make these fights, let's make them. Let's make the fight. That's what it's for. Make the fight. Stop worrying about having you know the undefeated fighter. If the fighter ain't fighting, the best. If the fighter ain't fighting, who's the best at that time? He can wait till later and fight them when they ain't as sharp or when you know their limelight is gone down. But we want to fight them when they the best. When you say I'm the best and you the best, let's fight. That's make for the mega fights.
that's what exactly, you didn't experience this really in your era, but now, yeah, these guys are, all of them aren't fighting each other. Um, Luckily, like, I think Saudi Arabia is going to give us a lot of fights we probably wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
Yeah, because the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, the
So
money's there.
and we also got to remember this is a business. So these fighters got to do what they got to do for to make their life better, and they making millions for it. So I take my hat off to them, and we just want, as fans, we want to see the best fight. So if they can give us the best fights, we happy for that. If not, it is what it is.
Right, right. Well, I guess last thing I want to ask you before I let you go, the 54-pound division, which was your former division, one of your former divisions, we got Bud moving up, fighting. I forget this Russian dude's name. I forget his name, but you think Bud could undispute at 54 now too?
Man, Bud is a bad. Bud is like Shakur. He can do so many different things, and he's tough, and he know he can fight. Now he just gotta continue to be Bud. You know what I'm saying? Don't listen to your own hype. Don't slow down on what got you here. You know what I'm saying? What got you here is your fate, your boxing ability, your determination to win. And yeah, he come in there sometime and get hit this and that. Bud, like, you hit me, I'm gonna hit you. And I want to see, can you take mine? So I think Bud Crawford is a hell of a fighter. And I just think it's a few fights out there for him, man. We gonna see.
Mm, yeah, because that division, I mean, you got Boots. What do you think about Boots?
Oh, I
You think
always
Boots
thought
could?
Boost. I think Boost is a hell of a fighter. Like I said, once again, it's about you know if he can get his chance to prove that he the hell of a fighter. We all think he the hell of a fighter because he beating everybody they put in front of him. But
Hmm.
we want him to fight the top fighters, and it's not his fault because the top fighters don't want to fight him. And I understand that it happened to me, but he will get his chance to shine. And when he do, he just got to shine. Continue to do what he do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that division is turning out to be probably deeper than even the 435, 40-pound division, because you have all these fight. Errol Spence. I mean, do you think Errol Spence is done? You think he has some left in the tank?
Well, it depends. We got to realize Earl had a man. That accident was crazy. For him to come back from the accident and still fight, man, that when I saw it, how that thing flipped over and this and that, he had to get surgery on this and do this, and man, that kid got a lot of heart. You know what I'm saying, to come back because that's what he loved, boxing. But at a certain, your body can only take but so much. So one, like I say, father time is undefeated, and that's what a lot of fighters. Once you get to that level where that 10th second reaction is gone, it ain't the same. You gotta let it go because these young kids are coming up and they got it, and you just gotta say, okay, pass that torch. Your turn now. So
Yeah.
I think that like I said, I like Spence, I like all of them, but if your body can't do it, man, don't hurt yourself. It's a long life after boxing, man. Boxing is just a way where you can establish your name, become something in the world, make the money to take care of you and your family. And once you do that, enjoy it, man. People gotta learn to enjoy what they do. Enjoy, what you made that money for. You don't have to be like you don't have to be Floyd Mayweather, have hundreds of millions, this and that. You just gotta have enough to make you happy, you and your family happy. And if you can make you and your family happy, man, you rich. And always stay healthy, man. I see a lot of these people that don't take their health serious. Cause you
Yeah.
can have all the money in the world. If you fucked up and you can't do nothing, you can't go outside, man, that don't mean shit. You got all this
Yeah.
money for what? Man, you better stay healthy, work out, man. Do things that gonna make you love what you do. And that's
Yep.
me. I love golf and I love hanging. I do got other little business stuff that make money, but at the same time, I'm gonna stay healthy. I'm gonna do what I gotta do to enjoy myself, man.
Yeah. I'm cool with Kay Wilson. He tells me that, yeah, you still in the gym. You still work out. That's great. I do too. You got to keep the body and the mind sharp.
Got to, but you better.
Yeah.
Or like I said, you gonna work out, or them doctors gonna make you work out when they put you on these regimens that ain't good for you. So it is what it is. But man, I gotta
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
into the gym right now. I took a long time. They calling me. So
All right, my
I'm gonna
man.
get right there,
I
man.
appreciate you.
Hey, no problem, man. No
You cut.
problem, man. And like I said,
Yeah.
boxing is great sport. You know what I'm saying? And we they try to put a black eye on us sometimes, but They can't stop our sport. Our sport is great when you got two men that's going head to head, and you know you got to see who can outthink who, and that's what we look forward to. So
Absolutely.
I want to, I
Absolutely.
want to just say to all my fans, thank y'all for always supporting Winky Wright, and I'm out.
My man Wink. I
My
appreciate you,
man.
man. We'll talk soon. All right. Peace.